Hello and welcome back to another video.
Today, I want to talk to you guys about my first ever professional photography shoot that I went on. So if you're a budding filmmaker or photographer, or you're already doing some type of that work, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, because I'm sure you'll gain some mad value out of this video just from my experiences throughout the week and learning from my mistakes. So let's get started. So a few weeks ago, I got a message on Instagram from a couple saying that they were coming over to Sydney for their wedding anniversary and that they wanted photos taken. And of course I said yes. So this photo shoot could have been an extreme, utter disaster or a miracle. So this was me the night before the photo shoot, absolutely freaking the f*** out. So it's 9 PM right now, the day before the photo shoot. I'm just stressing right now to get everything ready. You can see my camera bag there, trying to get all the batteries charged, the SDs wiped, and just everything organized for it. And I realized that I have asked for the payment for the photos after they've received all the photos. I didn't ask for a deposit or any of that. I'm such an idiot. Such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. At least I know for next time to always ask for some money or the full payment before I do the photos. That's something you guys can learn from that as well, because that is horrifying. I've asked them if they can bring it in cash, so I can make sure that I actually get the payment and that they don't scam me, because, you know, as good content that would make, I want to get paid. And also, the other thing that stressed me out was that I didn't know how to pose models or people in photos for the life of me. I'd never done a photo shoot, a professional photo shoot, so I didn't know how to pose people. I don't know how to make it look natural, how to make them look beautiful, how to, you know, pose them. So the next day I hauled myself all the way over to the city to do this photo shoot. So just got here now. This is where the photo shoot's taking place. You can see the Harbour Bridge there, the Opera House just there. Hopefully we can get some good photos with both of them in there. And yeah, she's also bringing cash, so I will get my payment. Yes! I'm just gonna set up, do some testing, some location scouting and stuff like that to see what type of photos we can come up with. Let's go. So I was scouting around, freaking out, trying to find a good spot to take the photos which gives the view that they want, which was the Opera House, the Harbour Bridge, and just like the icons. So I was trying to find a good spot for that, as well as the light. The light was freaking me out because it was so bright. Luckily I brought my diffuser, because that could have easily fucked up the entire shoot if I didn't have a diffuser. I hit my mate Moses up a few days before to see if he would come and help, and of course he said yes. He's a freaking legend. Then the photo shoot happened, and I didn't film any of it because I'm stupid. But here's a dramatic recreation of what happened on the day. Okay, could you move it that way a little bit? A little bit? Yeah, a little too much, just this way a little more. Back this way. So here are some photos that we captured on the day. They turned out way better than I expected. After the photo shoot wrapped up, you know, we wanted to celebrate, so we went into the good old Mickey D's to get some food. Okay, so I just literally got home from the shoot then. They were really nice and really relaxed, and you know, they knew what they were doing in terms of poses and what they wanted to do, what they wanted to get. They were funny, really great people, and that was really relieving. Really relieving. It went really well, but then I realized I was way too cheap in charging my rate for them. So I charged $45 an hour because I thought that would be an average amount, because if you Google it, the average freelance rate for photography is around $60 an hour. So I thought, I'm just gonna go cheap because I'm a student and I'm learning, and I would do $45 an hour. But that is not the correct way to go about it at all. So stop and listen. There's so much more variables that you need to consider before charging your photography or filmmaking or just freelance rate in general. Because $45 an hour, that's okay, but the problem was when I pitched that to them, when they asked me for my rate, they said, oh, we'll only need you for an hour. And I was like, okay, that means I only get $45 altogether for the entire thing. But because there was 2 of us taking the photos, we ended up with 586 photos that I had to go through, edit 10 of them. They gave me some more money to edit some more photos as well, but $45 for that. But you learn from that. That's just, a learning experience. So then I just thought to myself, I'm gonna modify my rate. I'm gonna do $90 for 2 hours as a minimum. Now that's better, but still that is probably not worth your time if you have to travel like 3 hours to get to a location. And let's just use the average rate for now, $60 an hour for a freelance photographer. For an 8-hour shoot, that's okay, because that's around $480. That's good for a day's work for shooting. But it's not if they only want you for an hour and you have to travel 2 hours to get there and 2 hours back. That's not worth your time for $60 to do that. Incorporate everything that is going to cost you money and time into the shoot to work out your pricing for it. You need to work out your travel cost, your travel time, travel between locations, and also something very fascinating that I learned, which was the depreciation of your gear as well. You need to factor that in so that eventually, once your gear breaks down, your clients will be paying for your gear, per se. Because every time you use your camera, it loses value in money, because just like a car with kilometers, it breaks down eventually and it's done for. So you need to work that into your rate and account for that. So charge a little bit extra for your gear depreciation, so when it breaks, that extra money that you charged can go into buying you a new camera or a new microphone or just anything. So I would not trust and evaluate your rate based off stuff that's on Google, because that is all over the board. There's no use. And that is pretty much the basics of what I've learned this week on how to charge rates and just my photography experience. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're a budding filmmaker or photographer, or you just like to be entertained, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to this channel for more, because I upload every Friday videos just like this one. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.